Hey guys, I know I missed the Texas game, but I'm back. I'm back for the Independence Bowl. So, for all those who wanted to see me make a Texas A&M pick, yeah, that was about what I was expecting. But anyways, enough about that. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you're celebrating. I hope you have a great one, and I also hope you have enough time to watch the Independence Bowl Monday when my Aggies take on the Georgia Bulldogs. Oh God. Georgia finished their year 7-5. In case you don't watch anything outside of the Big 12, they wound up in their 5 losses. They lost to Oklahoma State in Stillwater, which sounds good for us. Yeah, they lost to Oklahoma State by 14. We only lost to them by 5, but they had to face a healthy Kendall Hunter, an eligible Des Bryant, and we lost to them in our place without really Kendall Hunter or Des. So that'll be tough for us. Georgia also lost to LSU, Tennessee, Florida, and Kentucky. The Kentucky loss is kind of surprising. I don't watch a lot of SEC ball, so Georgia fans, I know you're going to make comments. Explain to me, is Kentucky better than Georgia? Was it just a bad game? Because I don't really know much outside of the Big 12, and I'm willing to admit that. And some people who watch will say I don't know a lot about the Big 12. So, uh, now with Georgia, they beat Arkansas 51-41, and as you all know, it was my probably most watched video other than the K-State tirade. Arkansas blew us out pretty well. So I'm kind of nervous about the possibility that Georgia can put up a lot of points on us, and they're more solid in the trenches than we are, so it could be a one-sided affair. But at the same time, I mean, we have a lot of offensive firepower. We got two good running backs who I think can play in any conference in the nation in Cyrus Gray and Bradley Stevens. Got a core of three great receivers with Jeff Fuller, Easy Wachaku, and Ryan Tannehill, and then Gerard at quarterback. He's a great throwing and running threat. Offensively, that's enough firepower to win against any team in the nation, I think. The defense, though, is the big problem. Uh, does the undersized defensive line get any kind of pressure on Joe Cox and a bigger, stronger Georgia line? Does Von Miller or is Von Miller able to get a lot of pressure on Joe Cox? Are Jordan Pugh and Trent Hunter going to be able to keep Georgia from throwing for over 400 and something yards? You know, this is a tough matchup for A&M, but but both defenses are a little bit lax, so I think it'll be a fun game to watch. At least I got my tickets for it. I'm ready to go, but you know, for Georgia, I think the one thing they got to do is control the football, keep the A&M defense out there as long as you can. The offense has a lot of firepower, but as we've seen with Kansas State, with Arkansas, with Oklahoma, and even at times Colorado and Texas, the play calling can get a little bit boring and get a little stagnant, and defenses can pick up on it. So if A&M doesn't get into a rhythm early, they start to get into a little bit of a boring play call mentality, and it puts them deeper and deeper into a hole. Uh, for A&M, it's the same thing. Keep the Georgia defense on the field, not because the Georgia offense gets predictable, but because if you can keep your offense on the field longer, you usually have a shot to win the game. Um, that's about it really for A&M. Obviously, the goal is to score more points. The key man for A&M, I think, will really wind up being it'll wind up being the Eddies, Eddie Brown and Tony Gerard Eddy, the defensive tackle tandem. If they can get pressure on Joe Cox, if they can get through the Georgia defensive line, I think A&M has a good shot to win. And I know I'll probably get massacred for that if Georgia wins, 50-10. But I think there's always a shot to win if you can get penetration from your defensive line. Um, Georgia doesn't really have to have a key player. I think talent-wise, in the trenches, they're a better team than we are. So it's all about minimizing your mistakes. That should really be Georgia's goal. Minimize mistakes, keep the A&M defense on the field as long as you can, wear out a young squad. For A&M, it's the same thing though. Don't don't make a lot of mistakes, but defensively be creative. Let Von Miller line up in different positions. Let him blitz from different angles. And for the rest of the defense, it's just kind of staying at home. I don't really have a prediction for this game. This one could be 50 to 10 Georgia. It could be 45-3 A&M. It could be 50 to 45. I mean, it could be dominant one way or the other, or it could be just a fun shootout to watch. Thankfully, this is the only bowl game on TV, so we got that to look forward to. A&M Georgia on ESPN, 4 o'clock. I'll be there. You better be watching on TV. Thanks and gig 'em, guys. Hopefully, I'll be able to hopefully I'll be able to give you a recap about how we won. We'll find out.